Hello, my name is Marty Irby. I am a board member here at the Organization for Competitive Markets, and I've been a member of the organization for, I believe, a little over 4 years. I just want to address something that we were confronted with last evening from the president of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, a corrupt organization that has been robbing farmers for decades and using their own dollars to put them out of business and put the multinational corporations in charge of the agriculture industry. They've sold out the farmers and they've sold out America. Their president, Marty Smith, sent a press release out that was published by Drovers and several other agriculture publications last night after he was invited to join us down here in Okeechobee, Florida for a meeting of our board, people from RCAF, people from the U.S. Cattlemen's Association and others, just to talk about the issues that were in front of us. And he said that he wasn't going to come to the meeting last night because there were animal rights activists like myself, a former employee of the Humane Society of the United States, that were there, and he wasn't going to be around those people. Well, what he failed to mention is that the NCBA is actually in a coalition themselves with the Humane Society of the United States working to eliminate the wild horses on the range. They're working also with the ASPCA, and they have a plan, it's called the Path Forward, that they've been working on together. Ethan Lane, another NCBA official, has written publicly about this. He's written opinion pieces acknowledging that they are in a coalition together, working together. They are also working together with the World Wildlife Fund. That's a huge, huge organization that's far larger than the Humane Society of the United States and has tremendous power and money. They're in bed with them and tied at the hip. So I don't know why this man didn't have the guts to come and see us in person and come talk to us, and he's pretty much just being the pot calling the kettle black. Now, if you want to talk about me and where I worked and where I'm from, I grew up on a horse and cattle farm in South Alabama, Mobile, Alabama. I lived there for the first 25 years of my life. I probably birthed at least 100 foals, Tennessee walking horses, and showed and competed for the first 30 years of my life. I showed and competed and utilized animals and won 8 world championships. I got into the animal protection space because I tried to stop a practice called soring, where they intentionally inflict pain to horses' front feet to create an artificial, exaggerated high step. While I was the president of the Tennessee Walking Horse Breeders and Exhibitors Association, that's the breed registry that was founded in 1935 and at the time was the 3rd largest breed registry in the United States of America for equines. I met the Humane Society, I met Wayne Pacelli, I met others there through that effort. And I later went to Capitol Hill and I worked for Congressman Ed Whitfield from Kentucky and handled his agriculture policy work. And I worked with the Humane Society, I worked with the cattlemen, I worked with the Farm Bureau, and I worked with many of the groups that are in this room today. And I saw the plight of the American farmer, and I saw that the American farmer was the most inhumanely treated human in this country and had been abused and had been thrown away and sold out by the people who were using their own money to do it. And I wanted to change this. So I decided to go work at the Humane Society of the United States because I knew I could help horses and I could help people. And I ran the Rural Affairs program there, and I met most of the folks in this room here, Fred Stokes, Mike Eby, Mike Weaver, Jonathan Butcham, all with agriculture organizations. And when I got there, I think we couldn't even have a cheese sandwich in the refrigerator, but by the time I left, we were all sitting in the boardroom at the Humane Society of the United States downtown in Washington, D.C., having beef, pork, chicken, dairy, and eggs for dinner. And I think during the 2.5 years that I was there, we spent about $500,000, maybe a little more than that, on working to straighten out and create transparency and reform for the USDA's checkoff programs with the Opportunities for Fairness in Farming Act. We worked to advance the GIPSA rules. We worked to advance organic regulations with the Organic Trade Association and Organic Valley. And we also worked to keep farmers back on the land. We want to see more farmers back on the land. Now, I don't work there anymore. And I don't really have a relationship with the Humane Society right now. I do run another animal protection organization, and I consider myself quite a moderate person. And I think what we have to do is to work together to solve these problems for the American farmer, the American people, and for the animals, all of us. We're all in this together. And if NCBA wants to be a coward and they don't want to come talk with us, so be it. But we're coming after you, and we're not stopping until the farmer wins.